Hello, hi friends. Welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to introduce to you Microsoft Power Automation, which is a tool that will help you to automate stuff, like maybe day-to-day tasks, like receiving an email with an attachment you need to copy to a OneDrive. Those kind of day-to-day tasks you can just automate these things using Power Automation. Before you start, I'll just show you. So this is the place you start. Like normally when you get here, you will see make.powerautomate.com. This is the website or the URL you have to type and press enter. You will just come to this page. This is the home page for Power Automation. Before that, you need a work or school account. If you already have a work or school account, so that's you already in. So you can just use Microsoft Power Automation. Most of the license, most of the Microsoft 365 license has Microsoft Power Automation, and even though other Power Platform stuff like Microsoft Power Apps and Microsoft Power Pages and Microsoft like Copilot Studio. So I'll be going through different areas in later videos. Let's have a look at it. Power Automation. Okay, we are here on Microsoft PowerAutomate.com website. So this will be your landing page for Power Automation. Things you need if you don't have a work or business account, so you can just go join the Microsoft 365 developer program by searching like Microsoft 365 developer program, and then you can join. Unfortunately, Microsoft has stopped giving these accounts right now. You have no option, then you have to go for a like this business or one of these accounts, like one of these license like Microsoft 365 Business Basic or whatever these you can just one of these accounts. You can just buy one of these things and you can get started on Power Automation. Unfortunately, so this, as per this block, it says okay, it's Microsoft has stopped giving like for like free accounts for development on Microsoft 365. So because of that, you have to buy one of these licenses. Okay, so assuming you have license, I'm just going through this Power Automation. This will be your starting point, right? So normally you will be working on a work account or a school account. So best thing to do is like create a developer environment for you. How you create that? So here you just click on this wheel icon here. Just click and then you go to admin center, right? This will be the first step. Normally you might have access. If you don't have access, ask your admin. Oh, I have to sign in. Like if you don't have access, ask your admin to create you one of these developer environments. So you go to environments here, this link, you click, and then you will see different environments. You click new, and then on the right side you can just give a name to your environment, and then you can just say select whatever security group. You can select the region, and then best the thing you have to select is the most important part. Is click drop down and select developer. This is what you have to select developer, and then create your environment. So this is how you create. Else ask your admin to create your developer environment. You are good to go from there, right? So now after you create this environment, you will see in this area environments, this area you click, and then you can just select one of these environments. So this is the default environment you will get. So this is your whatever whoever you have, like your business or work account or school account. So this will be the default environment. You don't create anything here, so it's better to create a developer environment. So for now I have this env developer for me. I'll just choose that one. Always choose this environment first before you begin, right? Now you have selected your developer environment. Next step is to, in the left side, this menu, see, you will just see a create menu item. Like you will just see this create menu item. When you click on the create, you will presented with this area. Start from blank, or you can select from a template. I will be going through on these three items today, especially these three, right? These are called cloud flows. They have three different items. The first one is the automated cloud flow, and the second one is the instant cloud flow, and the third one is the scheduled cloud flow, right? Automated cloud flow means it's like it will kind of be like a triggering a mechanism. You from a designated event, it says triggered by a designated event. Designated event means, imagine you will receive an email to your inbox, and then this automated flow will get triggered. You can tell, okay, if I get an email to my email account, this particular email account, and then trigger this flow, then it will get started. Or if you have a SharePoint list, if a record is inserted, trigger this flow, or else record is updated, those events will be trigger this automated cloud flow. Next one is the instant cloud flow. The second one, like manually, you have to trigger it by yourself. There will be on any triggering mechanism. You just maybe a click of a button, or maybe you can use Power Automation app in your mobile phone, and then you will see this automated, this instant cloud flow. You click on it, and then it will just get started. Right? Schedule means you can just give a time. So maybe you can just say, okay, run this flow every hour, or maybe run this flow in every half an hour, or maybe weekly, daily, or maybe run in midnight 12 every day. So those kind of timer can be scheduled here. So these are the three different things: the automated cloud flow, the instant cloud flow, and the scheduled cloud flow. So we'll be looking at all these things, but it will be the same thing, right? If you even though you started with the automated cloud flow, you will have a trigger, and then you will have a steps called actions. So let's get to one of these things. Let's get started there. Now I'm going to start with an automated cloud flow. I'm going to click this, and then you can just, now you will present it with this dialog box. The first one will be the flow name, and then these are the triggers you can select. See, lots of triggers are there. I will start with one first flow, right? So this will be your first flow. So this will be an automated cloud flow, and then you can just select there are lots of like triggers here to be selected. So for example, I'm going to select this one. When a new email arrives, so you will see there are like versions. Like, make sure you always select the latest version. There will be version 4, 3, and maybe you might see version 2. So always select the latest version. It will be inside the bracket. So now we have like version 3. I'm going to select, just go down again. Let's select when a new email arrives, and then I'm going to click create, right? So you will be presented with this flow designer here. This is the latest designer you will get. For now, you will have another, the legacy designer. You click here, this button, this toggle button, you can turn it off, the new designer, then you will get presented with the previous designer, the legacy one. So depending on your choice, you can just use one of these. I'm going to select this. So now when a new email arrives, this will be your trigger. For example, I'll just show you. If you click the save button here, let's save. So you will get a message saying your flow should contain at least one trigger and one action. It means now you have one trigger. So you need a step called action. So what should happen to this trigger or this information? When you get an email, what are the things you have to do? Step by step, you can just tell here. At least you need one. For example, let's try to get the subject of that email into a variable. A variable means kind of like a container. You can store that value in that container. So now if you click here on this trigger, you will see on the left side the trigger name, and then you will see lots of parameters here showing 0 of 9. So you can just say, okay, show everything, or maybe show one of these things. I'm going to say click show all. You will get all the parameters. Now here you have to type an email address, an inbox email address. Which account should this triggered from? Like, for example, if I received a mail, that should be my email address. Here I'm going to say my email address. This is the one I need. So if I received an email to this email account, this will get triggered, right? So this is how it's done. Now I need a step. If I click on this one, a step or an action, you click on this one, you say add an action, and you will get lots of actions here. So I want to store this subject, whatever the email I received, I get the subject and then save it into a variable. That's my purpose. So I'm going to search for, let's close this. I'm going to search for variable. Now you will get variable information. Now here you will have like mostly use 3 items. If you click see more, you will get other available variable actions. For now, append array variable. So for now I need to initialize a variable because I don't already have a variable. I'm going to use this action. So I'm going to say initialize a variable. I'm going to click that one. Now you will have it here. If you click this one, the step is already selected. On the left side, you have the parameters. The name for your variable, I'm going to say, okay, say my subject. This is the name of your variable. And this is the type. You have different types: Boolean, integer, float. I'm going to say string. Make sure a text will be in the subject. Make sure it's a text. String means it's a text. And initial value, you can just type something you need. So for example, like I said, this will be default subject. You can just say default subject, or else you can get a value from this trigger here. How do you get that? So you can just, you have like two options here: from actions, or maybe from a function, or a, you click on this action, click, you will see, now you will see here, look at this. So we say when an email arrives here, that means this is the item, right? Email arrives version 3, you will get all the parameters from that trigger, from to subject. This is the one we need, right? I'm going to select subject. Let's delete this part. So now we'll present it with this. Okay, now you will have a variable, a string type. Now you can just grab the subject. Now try to save this. Click save. No problem. This flow gets saved. Now you will get this message saying your flow is ready to go. Let's try to test it. How do you test it? On the toolbar here, you will see a test button. You click test. Test means, how do you want to test? You just, when you click it, okay, test manually, yes, and test. Now this will wait for an email to receive to your inbox. So let's get to that one. So I'm going to send an email to that inbox using my other email address. Okay, send this to one, and then I'm saying, let's say my email subject for flow test. Now you have a body. So I'm going to send it from my email address to this, whatever the email address I set up on my flow. Now click send. You send it, now you will see this flow get triggered. That means now my email will receive on the inbox to the given email address inbox. Now this should get triggered and then execute all the steps. Let's wait for it. Okay, now you got the email, and then look at this one. Now this is important. You get 2 green ticks. If you have lots of more than steps, you will see more green ticks. If anything fail, you will get a red cross, right? Right now you have these green ticks here. The first trigger you got the email, that means this got triggered, and then you will get the next step get executed. That's also executed correctly. That means it's a success. Let's see how it goes. If you click on this step, you will see the inputs and the outputs. What you received, these are the inputs given, and this will be the output. So lots of output here in a format, in a JSON format, and then you will get the body information here. Next step is, like, if you click on the step, you will see the step properties, what you got here, the variable information here, my subject, the type string. Now the value, look at the value. See, this is the value I typed for the subject. Now it means you got a correct value here. When you receive the email, it picked up the subject and stored it in this variable. So the status succeeded. Status is succeeded here. It means your flow. It means your flow correctly executed, right? Excellent. Now you have like created your first Microsoft Power Automation flow. If you want to see more videos like this, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon. You will be get notified every time I add a new video. Let's meet on my next video.